got another product to talk about, and an audience now. Uriah from Whitesnake is here. What's up, man?
Hi, hello people. I'm an audience.
All right, let's talk about the E300T.
Okay, you know, as Jody said, we wanted to address the players that wanted that classic rock vibe. You know, the heavy metal players, the heavier rock players, you know, they're all tube freaks. They love the classic glass sound. So what we did was we developed a brand new head and a full complement of cabinets. Of course, the 810 is the bad boy. We're doing the cabinets with Eminence. They're building David's design, and took them 5 months to be able to replicate David's design, and they're nailing it. They're right on top of it. So they're doing the drivers. We're doing the cabinets as always, void-free wood, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now the head, though, this is what's got everybody going nuts this show, and I mean everyone, you know. It's a classic simple control set. Not a lot of doodads that the classic guys don't want, okay? But we do have an overdrive, which actually pushes the tubes harder. It's not a false or a canned drive. It's just pushing the tubes harder. Bass, mid, and treble, again, that mid shift button from 550 to 2.2K, and then a master volume. So it's the control set we all grew up on. This is what we're used to. This is what we want, okay? Now, the thing that's really cool about this, though, is there's a couple of things that are problems with tube amps. One is repair issues. If you crack a tube, you have to replace the whole 6-pack. That's $300 and some because your roadie dropped your amp and broke a tube, okay? The other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that the bias number is the way you do your fine-tune adjusting on the sound. And if you run a little hotter, you get a little different sound. So all of the tube freaks have a number, okay? And you know, 450, 480, whatever it is, okay? But the problem is you bias it on the bench, and it matches perfectly, you know, plus or minus 2. And then you unplug it and you take it home and you plug it in and you warm it, and it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound the same. Well, it doesn't sound the same because the current's slightly different, which changes your bias. Okay, so you know, when I demo this to the players, I ask them, I say, wouldn't it be cool if you could just replace one tube and rebias it into the set and not have to replace all 5? And they're like, oh yeah, oh yeah. I said, and wouldn't it be cool if I had the probe points for the test meter and the set screws on the outside of the back of the cabinet, so that after you'd warmed up at sound check, your tech could run and hit that, and in 15 minutes he could rebias right to your perfect sweet spot. Oh man, I'd give anything for that. And it's like, okay, you're welcome twice, because folks, we can do that. You break one tube, you don't have to replace them all, just one, and you can rebias in about 5 minutes. And you can rebias to every venue to your magic number and have your perfect tube tone in every venue. There's never been an amp that you could do that with before, okay? Not only that, but we've priced it very reasonably. We're looking at about a $1269 list price, okay? So it's going to be exceedingly affordable. It's louder than all get out. 320 watts RMS. You'd expect about 620 to 640 peak. We're showing 720 watts peak in the real world, not on a bench, in the real world, okay? And I'll tell you what, everybody that I've played this for, Uriah Duffy included, who tours with 3 WT800s and 3 DX 610XLTs, uses 2 at a time. Right? And he's having dinner with me last night, and he's like, okay, what's it going to take to get me some of these on the Whitesnake tour, you know? Danny Miranda going to tour, do about 30 million people with Queen this year. We're going to have 3 of these on his stage. Francesco from Thin Lizzy, he's going to have him on his stage. Everybody that's hearing it is saying, oh my God, there's my next Eden. I got tube amp cool, I got classic, pillowy tube amp sound. I've got Eden clarity and nuance and subtlety. I got the best of both worlds. David, I love you.
Well, let's hear it. I'm going to spring this on you, Uriah. What do you think, man?
It was amazing. It was great because Lane, he didn't give me the spiel that you guys just got. He's great off the cuff, telling you about the stuff. I didn't know anything about it other than that it was a tube amp. I came in, I played through the Rocco, which I loved. I played through an 800, which I'm very, very familiar with for years of service. But Lane, he didn't tell me anything about this tube amp. I plugged in instantly. I was floored by it. And I'm not just saying that, Lane. I mean, I really was. It's full. The nuances in my playing could be heard crystal clear. There was an overdrive that wasn't it wasn't over distorted. It was just more presence, and you could get it to grid a little if you need. I'm not a fan of carrying a tube amp around. It's a little heavier, but that's the only downside. The sound quality was much clearer. The other thing I noticed was, as opposed to other tube amps like Peg and stuff like that, they're kind of like a one-trick pony. You get one tone, and this one, like I'll be playing on a rap gig, or I'll be playing on a funk gig, and then I'll have to go and do a Whitesnake gig. This one was a versatile, even with a simple EQ, it was still versatile enough to get all the different tones that I need out of it. So I'm sticking to it. Shit.
Cool stuff, man. Uri, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Lane, Jody, thanks guys.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. I'm Joe Coffey, and you're tuned into PremierGuitar.com.